All right, and thank you everybody for hanging out with us. I hope you're all having a lovely morning here so far. I'm glad to hear it. Tiefling, good morning. How are you doing as well? Good morning and happy Wednesday to everybody. Today is October 1st, 2025. It is approximately 10:45 a.m. Hopefully you can hear the music. I cannot hear the music. I think I turned it down. I think I may have turned it off. There we go. And how are you all? How are you all able to hear me today? Hopefully it is good. You can hear me. Everything is nice and loud and amazing, the way that it should be. There we go. All right, and yeah, good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be watching the World of Warcraft Midnight Deep Dive, which is right over here. I'm really excited about it. I don't know if there's any music on here or not. I guess not. It's not actually doing anything or anything like that for now, so we'll turn our own chat music on. I'm actually going to turn this off just because that chat is not associated with what we got going on. So we don't want to confuse anybody with what that's all about. I'm about to start a 3-hour drive home, so I'll have you playing through the car. Very, very nice. Well, Tiefling, I hope you have a safe drive. Try to not get too bored while you're driving through Ohio. But yeah, enjoy the drive as best you can. Hopefully you got some good tunes. And of course, you'll have me blabbing about World of Warcraft, all the nonsense with that as well. I don't know if you're excited about it, or even if you knew that the World of Warcraft Midnight was going to actually have a deep dive today. I knew about it for a couple of days, and I'm pretty excited about being able to take a look here. We have 10,000 people waiting to watch this together, so it's going to be really, really exciting. Katie, how you doing? Welcome on in. I hope you're well as well. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. I really appreciate you all being here and being a part of the stream. I know this is a little bit, obviously, for the majority of you all, you're all here for me, and I really appreciate that. I know that World of Warcraft news isn't the thing that you wake up excited about like I do, but I just appreciate you being here and supporting the stream and supporting the dream. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And it looks like we got about 7 minutes. So the thing that I wanted to actually do before we get started with any of that, with any of the topics of the day, basically, we're going to be going over the World of Warcraft Midnight Q&A with the dev team. So they're going to be releasing some information about the new expansion, and so we're going to go over all of that, and then I'll, of course, do what you do with it and make some stuff and some announcements on our end as well, whichever is relevant to what I think is relevant anyway, to what we got going on. And so one thing we do have going on, we do now actually have a schedule set up for us. So you can see that in the YouTube Discord or the YouTube social posts. Our stream schedule is going to be Sunday, Wednesday, and potentially Friday. So we'll be streaming from 11 a.m., typically about 4 hours or so. At least that's what we try to shoot for. Typically around 2.5 is what we get to. But what we're doing with that is we're creating content and we're cutting it up and making stuff with it. So it's been You know, it's been actually really fun, and I've been enjoying it a lot. I was watching your newer YouTube and almost missed the live. No worries. I'm glad that at least we were able to get that post out to you all so you knew exactly where to go and what to click on to get you here. And I appreciate all of you who made that click. I know it's a little bit more. It's not as easy to get into YouTube as it is Twitch, for example. But just know that I really appreciate you spending the time to do that for me. So thank you for that. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that the time was right. Anyway, or the sound was right. Let's see how much time we got. We got 5 more minutes to make more announcements. Perfect. And so, with that being said, obviously, you know, we do have the Cricket Club coming out. That is a Discord server set up for us for our community. Since we're not on Twitch anymore, community is a little bit more difficult for us. So we have something set up in the Discord to allow you all to hang out with me. We can play games together, watch movies, and of course, we have unlimited fishing as well. We did just come out with the score for the fishing tournament. If you would like to know that information, you will have to be in the community to know so. Just know that Angel is in the lead right now. And one thing I wanted to announce and say to those of you who are participating and, you know, want to maybe looking at that money amount and saying, man, is there ever going to be a possibility that I could catch up to however million Angel has now? And the answer is yes. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going off of the net value of whatever month you do. So you could get 29, you know, you can get 100 million one month, and then you can maybe next month you didn't fish as much. So it's only dependent on what you fish from month to month, not your net value, not what you overall got. So, you know, just keep that in mind, and then later on, we'll try to figure out exactly how that's all gonna work, and so on from there too. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that we could talk about that as well. We have a movie schedule set up right now for our Cricket Cabana Club. Right now, the movies that we're going to be watching is Halloween Town on October 4th, Ghostbusters on October 11th, Beetlejuice on October 18th, and The Goonies on October 25th. So that's going to start about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you'd like to be a part of that, our first movie is actually on this Saturday, so 3 days away. So if you would like to watch Halloween Town with us, you do need to be a part of our Cricket Cabana Club to do so. But if you would like to join, click that link there. That'll get you all the information you need. And then you'll be able to join us with our fishing game, with our movie nights, as well as our weekend gaming sessions as well. So last Sunday we played World of Warcraft together in the game lounge, and we'll probably do the same this week as well. So hopefully we'll see you all there. So I wanted to make sure to get through all of that. Let's take a look and see what our deep dive's looking at. We've got about 2 minutes there. Are we resetting the fish so everyone starts back to 0 monies and 0 experience? So that's gonna, once we hit the max, that's why we're gonna go ahead and do the value, how I have it set up. And then when we get the max, because I personally am unable to reset the score because it's a server-based thing, and I'm relying on a different bot, and I don't have access to that. I could reach out to the person and say, hey, can you reset this? But the likely chance of them caring is going to be very minimal. So we'll probably, once we get to that point, we'll probably need to, maybe either get another fishing game set up, or maybe even make our own, which we're going to be pretty close to. So it looks like we got about 60 seconds until the World of Warcraft thing starts. So we're going to go ahead and get over there and get all that set up. I just want to make sure to get all the sound, all the game, all of the everything going for us before we can get started with that. So let's make sure y'all can hear me. I don't think there's any sound coming from this right now. Okay, let's see here. We need desktop video, I believe, is press 1 for summons. I wonder if I can I close that? I can close that. Good. I don't need to see the chat. That's for sure. All right, we got it 60 seconds. It's gonna premiere shortly, it says. All right. And so hopefully that will get this going for us. But yeah, I really appreciate you all being here and hanging out with us. I'm excited about seeing what this has to offer as well. The fact that there's going to be a lot of new World of Warcraft info, very exciting. Hey, K Scott, how you doing? Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Good morning to you. How are things going? And we're just waiting for the World of Warcraft Midnight Deep Dive to start. There it is. Oh, we got 5 more minutes now. Let's see if we got sound. I still don't hear anything. So tired. I'm sorry to hear that. There's no sound coming through. Let me turn our music on for a minute. There we go. Drama. That was probably really loud. I'm sorry. But no, I appreciate you being here, K Scott. How have you been? I know you've been really, you've been pretty busy with the whole family and everything like that, but I hope your start of fall has been a lovely one. How was everybody else's morning coming along? Hopefully you all have a productive morning. I know I did. I woke up earlier than I normally do, and I recorded 2 videos this morning. And so after stream today, I need to cut that all up and get that on YouTube. And then whatever we find out today on this, we're also gonna have to figure out as well. So we're gonna have a lot of things to do. Lovely, but I'm tired. I feel that. I have been, for the last couple of days, I've been really tired. I think I was drinking decaf coffee accidentally because I just haven't. For the last 2 days, I have really fought trying to get productivity up for myself, and I've had some issues with it. So I was finagled with decaf coffee. So that was the problem. But things are better now. I know, right? It was the audacity. It was rough. It's like, why is the coffee not working? That's what I wanted to know. Yeah, it was kind of rough, but that's all right. We got our we got real coffee now, so hopefully we'll be jazzed all day long. Just make sure, Tiefling, that you're not driving through any cornfields, because those are not roads, even though they look like them. I'm not really sure 100% how long this is going to be. I would assume that it's probably going to be close to 30 minutes to an hour, possibly. And they're going to be doing a hour Q&A as well at the end. We probably won't record the Q&A. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do that. They were asking for questions over on social media a couple of days ago. So I'm not sure if it's actually going to be live questions or it's just going to be things read from pre-written questions or pre-asked. I have a feeling that they'll probably do that because they're going to want to have some kind of moderation for the questions that they have, of course. Yes, absolutely. Everybody who's here, make sure that you like the video, as well as make sure to subscribe as well. We're at 249 subs right now and almost at 2,000 hours, so we only need 1,000 more hours and 250 more subs, and we're there. We reached our goal 100%. And I appreciate all of you helping me get there. It's been a journey, and we have just started, really. So hopefully we'll be able to get there by by I'd say December or so. That's my goal, is for us to get there. And so I hope that we can. You know, everything that you all are doing is helping tremendously. So thank you for that. Hope that the sound is going to work. All right, we got 16 seconds. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Welcome on in, my dude. I hope you're doing well. We appreciate you being here. We're watching a Midnight Deep Dive in 8 seconds. 2, 1.
Here at the end of The War Within, the first dramatic chapter of the World Soul Saga, we've seen the adventure take us into the depths of the world, and even to worlds cast out into the great dark beyond. We've seen our villain Xal'atath running around and amassing untold power. We've seen her siphon the energies of Dalaran, and even those of the black blood beneath Azj-Kahet. And recently, Xal'atath assumed the power of the last Void Lord, Dimensius. So the question remains, what will she do with all that power? And what are her intentions relative to our precious World Soul? So now, as midnight descends, and the second, darker chapter of our trilogy begins, Xal'atath has returned to Azeroth, leading an army known as the Devouring Host, intent on snuffing out the light of the Sunwell and plunging the world into darkness. You, the heroes of Azeroth, will be set on a collision course with Xal'atath to save not only Azeroth itself, but everything that is.
There it is, there's the cozy vibes. I'm so excited about this.
Hi everyone. As we kick off our Midnight Alpha, we'd like to give you all a deep dive into what's in store. We want to recap everything we've shared so far, along with some brand new details. Today we're going to talk about the story of Midnight, as well as the zones, dungeons, delves, and raids that await if you want to save our world from Xal'atath. We're also going to talk about some big new features coming in Midnight, like Prey and the Devourer Demon Hunter specialization. And of course, let's not forget housing. Thank you so much for joining us today. And as always, thank you for being a part of this amazing community, for choosing to spend your time in Azeroth and with each other. Now, without further ado, let's see what's in store for our home away from home.
It's cozy first.
After all, it's nearly midnight.
The void storm rages in the sky, a surging vortex of shadow and chaos. Xal'atath has returned. Wielding the dark heart, she carves a path of destruction through once tranquil lands. Her all-consuming goal: devour the heavens, blot out all light, and bring about her midnight. It is in the shadow of this swirling storm that the defenders of Azeroth must rally once more. For peace, for the light, for the good. This is not a battle. It is a reckoning. At the Sunwell, that eternal bastion of light and hope, Lady Liadrin and Lord Themar Theron lead the Blood Elves as they prepare to make their final stand. Because across all worlds and all stories, one thing never changes. Home is worth fighting for.
Absolutely.
Welcome to World of Warcraft Midnight. Your story begins on the Isle of Quel'Danas. In the immediate aftermath of Xalatath's invasion, the Sunwell surges with light, calling out to all heroes of Azeroth for aid, while the vile creatures of the Void wage a relentless assault in the hopes of extinguishing it once and for all. Flying monstrosities attack from darkened skies, and malign foes manifest without warning to wreak havoc across the plateau. Stand true with the champions of Azeroth as they mount a desperate defense against this invasion. For if the Sunwell falls,
Not the cozy
so
houses.
too does the world. The defense of the Sunwell leads you directly into Silvermoon City. But not the one you know. The renewed light of the Sunwell symbolizes Silvermoon's revitalization, shining over a city fully restored to a thrumming, living capital. Familiar landmarks gleam with fresh polish, while new areas like the Sanctum of Light and the Garden of Remembrance offer countless nooks and stories to explore. Inside the city walls, the threat of Xalatath's war draws the Alliance and Horde into wary cooperation, with shared spaces hosting common services like trainers, the auction house, vendors, and more. Around a third of the city remains off-limits to those under the Lion's banner, so the Alliance allegiant should tread lightly or risk being attacked on sight. Outside the city walls, however, is where your role in the fight against the Void really begins to take shape. The strength of the Sunwell infuses Eversong Woods with restorative energy, healing much of the damage of wars past and filling the zone with new growth and new life. All of what you remember of this lush, thriving forest is here.
Yeah, it still
But
looks exactly
Eversong
like it
is
did.
also a reimagined landscape of increased scale and greater beauty.
Just a little updated, I think.
Most noticeably, the Ghostlands and Eversong Woods are now joined into one large zone, which is itself joined to the Eastern Kingdoms.
Oh, nice. It's finally joined.
Eversong's flourishing fluorescence is not without complication. Though the Sunwell's light is a boon to the environment, its surging power causes pockets of light bloom, small groves of light-enriched growth, to experience surges of their own. The light bloom's rampant propagation, if left unchecked, threatens to smother all life under an overgrown tangle. Your adventures through Eversong will have you investigating the light bloom, dealing with the aftermath of a Hawkstrider chick gone wild, helping a suspicious apothecary with questionable motives, untangling the secrets of two feuding nobles, and even getting caught up in a sinister murder plot, alongside Magister Umbric as he works to crack the secrets of the Void. It
Exploring
is
Midnight.
up to you how your story progresses beyond Eversong Woods, with 3 available paths you can tackle in any order.
3 paths, huh? That's
Brave
cool.
the ancient troll kingdom of Zulaman. Investigate the gnarled hidden roots of Harandar.
Nice.
Or accompany Arator on his journey to better understand the light, the void, and himself. Zulaman finds the Armani Troll Empire at one of its lowest points. The homeland of warlord Zuljin, Zulaman was once a place where Loa bestowed to the Armani their godly strength, and were devoutly revered in kind. The temples still stand, weathered but proud. The eagle,
Oh,
the
this is
lynx,
really cool.
the dragonhawk.
It's been a really
and the
long time since
bear.
I've been out here, so
Ascend
it's gonna be
windswept
neat.
skyscraping peaks,
see it again.
explore ruins shrouded in fog, traverse stormy wilds teeming with vicious beasts, and accompany Zuljara, granddaughter of Zuljin, and the pragmatic pillar of strength now leading the Armani, as she seeks a means to save her people from void-aligned cultists and the monsters they revere. The Armani are invaluable allies in the defense against Xalatath's invading force. If you help them fight for their home, they will help you fight for yours.
I love it.
At the confluence of the world's
Yeah, I can't wait
trees
for
roots
this.
lies an impossible primordial jungle known as Harandar. It is here that Azeroth's entire history wraps, twists, and braids, a literal entanglement of all that has been and all that will be. Harandar is a land of magical, powerful growth.
I love this
Fungal
already.
towers, glowing moss bridges, and entire villages sprout from Harendar's wild, organic fabrics. The pulsing heart of this knotted tangle is the cradle, once the domain of a nascent goddess, long vanished, and now the home of the Haranir, who have for generations lived secretly under its soothing light. The reclusive Haranir are a proud and insular people. They have long avoided interfering in matters of the world above, but Xal'atath's destructive ambition does not stop at the surface, and the Haranir can no longer afford the luxury of neutrality. There is another way you can help with the defense of Azeroth against Xal'atath's cruel machinations. Accompany Eretor, son of Turalyon and Alleria Windrunner, on a continent-spanning journey
cool.
in the hopes of bolstering the Sunwell and strengthening the
It's going to bring a lot of
the light.
replayability.
This story-driven adventure finds you traveling with Eretor as he searches for sacred relics and attempts to peel back the mysteries of the Void, all while grappling with his own relationships to his family and the light. Eretor's mission brings new experiences to familiar locations. Defend Light's Hope Chapel from an attack by Scourge forces. Fight through the darkened corridors of Scarlet Monastery to put to rest those who would pervert the light for their own nefarious gain, and work with Sunwalker Desco in Hammerfall to help Eretor in
Well, I knew
discovering the
Arathi,
paladin
this was going to
he
be a
aspires
place
to
in the
become.
game for sure.
Eretor's story reaches its climax in the shadow of Blackrock Mountain, where alongside the Sons of Lothar, he must face the weight of his father's legacy and decide once and for all whether he is willing to rise to meet it.
Wow, that's cool.
The raging center of an unraveling shadowy maelstrom, and the epicenter of Xal'atath's power, Voidstorm overflows with violence, chaos, and hostility. Stormfields twist and fold its space. Gravity becomes untethered and tethers again. Insatiable void creatures known as Dominar stalk the storm, each one as unique and ancient as it is hateful and hungry. They carry on their eternal hunt for power under the black
that's
gaze of
huge.
3 enormous nexus points, hubs of the malicious dark energy Xal'atath draws upon to fuel her void spar and conduct her unyielding assault against the Sunwell. Join Azeroth's champions and the Void Elves in their quest to understand what powers this storm
That's their
and
angle.
stave off its approach. Though much of the world of Midnight lies in the ominous shade of the encroaching void, there is at least one refuge for the weary, the Arcantina. What began as a hidden sanctuary is now a not-so-secret tavern haven for Horde and Alliance alike.
Wow.
A big, cozy space filled by music, chatter, and life. If the void is the bleak and the cold, the Arcantina is its opposite. A warm spark in the heart of every patron.
Man, this is really cool.
It is a place to gather with friends, find the perfect comfy sitting room, or just soak in the atmosphere of a well-traveled watering hole. As a crossway for people of all kinds, the Arcantina also serves as a source of new adventures. Familiar faces stop by here and there, spinning stories and offering quests that send you far across
I love it.
Azeroth in search of relics of the past. Follow the course they set for you to discover a fresh perspective on familiar locations.
Yeah, probably a lot
Xal'atath
of our
is
cozy
determined
stuff.
in her destiny, an unrelenting foe with an army that never sleeps. But you can't live every moment in grim resistance. The Arcantina is always here, should you find yourself in need of a little respite. The mysteries of the origins of the Void and the knowledge and power to stop it are not to be found only on the surface. For true deliverance, as always, hides in snarled labyrinths, looming temples, deadly ruins. These delves, dungeons, and raids are the real font of power, the sacred and defiled spaces from which strength is not just
Oh yeah,
earned,
new
but
delves.
taken. Across this void-darkened world hide myriad delves overflowing with incalculable danger. Located on the Isle of Quel'Danas, Parhelion Plaza is an outdoor delve that drops you into the heart of the defense of the Sunwell. fight against the surge of the Void's attack by restoring Parhelion's defenses, commanding an artillery of light, ducking into pocket dimensions and putting down Gladius Slana, a Dominar who uses summoned Voidwalkers as weapons against your stand. Expect to plunge the depths of 9 other delves and 1 seasonal Nemesis delve when Midnight launches. You do not have to face these delves alone. Valera Sanguinar is a powerful new companion with a rogue-minded approach to problem-solving.
Nice.
As a DPS, her killing spree ability has her moving through the shadows to lash out at multiple enemies. As a healer, she uses vampiric reaping to rip away the life force of enemies into orbs you can collect to heal. And as a tank, she uses your first mistake to taunt and do damage over time to any enemy that turns their back on her to attack her ally.
Nice.
Valera is also a prolific provider of poisons that, depending on her role, empower you with more damage, better avoidance, increased speed, and more.
Yeah, I bet you Nax is going to be one of the dungeons,
Your
or at least a raid.
adventures in Midnight eventually lead you down darker paths, paths that end in overgrown corridors and ruin-stricken relics, forgotten places of powers best left unstirred. Yet these dungeons promise plunder worthy of the peril, should you have the courage to overcome the challenges within. Windrunner Spire, the former residence of the Windrunner family, haunts the skyline of Eversong Wood's western shore. The strained relationship of its namesake sisters, Varisa, Sylvanas, and Ilaria, imbues its halls with a sullen, spiteful energy. The restless spirits bound to this animosity threaten all who draw near. Among these spirits walks the Windrunner's sole brother, Lirith, who needs your help in quelling this restlessness and clearing his once great home of hate. Serenity, however, is not so easily claimed. There are other forces that seek dominion over this domain. Emberdawn, a fire-colored dragonhawk, claims the dilapidated gardens of the Spire as a nest for her young. She is fiercely territorial, answering intruders with both talon and flame. The derelict duo comprised of the Banshee Callis and her loyal abomination Latch lead a band of fanatical undead in a hunt for relics tied to Sylvanas. They meet outside interference with a mix of shadowy magic and brute strength. Commander Krolok, a merciless orc who oversaw countless conquests during the Second War that took Lirith Windrunner's life, stalks the Spire with an insatiable bloodlust. Since being slain in vengeance by Ilaria, Krolok knows only torment and the desire to pass it on. The restless heart, a concentrated whirlwind of grief and suffering born from the conflict of the Windrunner sisters, envelops all who remain in turbulent turmoil. This swirling specter takes the form of a ranger, combining the power of the wind with volleys of arrows to cut down the uninvited. Windrunner Spire was, at one point, a living embodiment of family and of legacy. With the help of Lirith and your allies, you can make it so once more. 7 more dungeons await you in Midnight, each one crawling with the Cutthroat and the Craven. Magister's Terrace and Murder Row in Eversong Woods, the Den of Nalorak and Mysara Caverns in Zulaman, Blinding Vale in Harandar, and the Voidscar Arena and Nexus Point Zenith in Voidstorm.
Wow. Okay, here's raids.
The most tyrannical antagonists of Azeroth work their dark deeds from within Midnight's 3 new raids. The Void Spire, where 6 bosses hold court over the heart of the Void, and muster against the amassing vanguard of the light as it readies to storm the walls of Xanath's stronghold.
Coltarian Paladin?
The Dream Rift, where you must join in the hunt for an undreamt god that never should have been, and put down half-birthed abominations that lash out against existence itself.
The Dream Rift. That sounds scary.
And the March on Quell Danas, an encounter still shrouded by the fog of war beyond the known presence of Beloren, the void-corrupted phoenix, who stakes a ceaseless watch over the entrance to the chambers beyond. The Void threatens to end all of Azeroth, to rend the world in the squall of a black tempest. But the extraordinary power it carries does provide opportunities to those heroes willing to embrace it. devoured demon hunters bend the void
Yeah, there's
to
gonna be
their
a lot of
will,
people excited
ripping
about this.
void fragments from their enemies and using them as the power source for cataclysmic spells. They are mid-range damage dealers, armed with a summonable void scythe, darting in and out of the fray as they dance on the line between control and chaos. Voidblade and
does
Hungering
look pretty
Slash work in concert. Dash into melee range to deliver a series of crushing void scythe attacks, then use Vengeful Retreat to escape the enemy's reprisal. You can also start this combo off with a void-charged The Hunt. Metamorphosis transforms you into a familiar state of cursed power. The more you feed it, the longer it lasts. Ride the wave of annihilation by tearing apart souls and staying alive. Reap is a sweeping
pretty
scythe
cool.
attack that consumes all of your soul fragments for one massive burst of damage. Use Void Ray to cut through enemies in a straight line and leave them smoldering. Collapsing Star channels the immense energy of a dying star, focusing it into one single destructive blast. The more you cast it during your Void Metamorphosis, the stronger it gets. Demon Hunters also find themselves with new disciples in Midnight. Void Elves are sharpening their warglaives and joining the hunt.
Ooh. New allies. I love it.
Newly awakened to the dire threat of Midnight, the Haranir join the fight for the surface as the next playable allied race. Haranir are deeply entwined with the organic world. Theirs is a culture shaped
Yep,
not
new
by
druids.
cities or by
Sign me up.
conquest, but by the roots, the stones, the quiet pulse of the deepest breath of the world. Their armor, their weapons, their skin, all are infused with the inner light of organic power. Even the mightiest primordial predator in Harandar knows to fear the telltale luminescence of a Haranir's markings in the dense jungle brush. They are primal, ferocious hunters, a force of nature unto themselves, who possess the racial ability to travel along the roots of the world, from Harandar to any world
I love
tree,
that.
or from anywhere back to Harandar. Haranir are versatile warriors who can choose from a wide range of paths, including those of the warrior, hunter, rogue, priest, shaman, mage, warlock, monk, and druid.
Wow.
The last of which has all new forms
Wow,
that
look at
reflect
that.
the Haranir's unique connection to those hidden parts of the earth.
That's cool.
Prey is a secret opt-in initiative run out of Silvermoon City by Astalor Bloodsworn, a blood elf with what some might call a colorful past. Astalor is after one thing: anguish, a powerful magic siphoned from Azeroth's deadliest threats, and he's offering generous compensation to heroes who are courageous or foolhardy enough to go chase it. Astalor's lair in Murder Row is your base of operations for Prey, the place where you pick your targets, track your progress, and collect your rewards,
I'm excited about this.
including cosmetics,
Wow.
mounts, titles, and housing items. The deeper you go, the harder the challenges and the more you unlock. Prey has 3 difficulties. Normal, which serves as an introduction to the system, along with offering plenty of challenge. Hard, where the ambushes get meaner and the encounters more intense. And Nightmare, which is just about
Oh,
the
yeah.
fastest way to gain intimate knowledge of Midnight's many new and scenic graveyards. Prey can ambush you at any time, whether you're questing, exploring, or minding your own business. Each time you defeat your target, you increase your advantage by tiring them out and buying time to find whatever dark hole they're hiding in. Higher difficulties incorporate torments, personal afflictions that only impact you. Torments cause a wide range of effects, like creating an AoE damage puddle under
Wow,
recently
that's
deceased
stupid.
foes,
I'm
or
just
haunting
kidding.
you with a bloody spirit that deals lethal damage when it catches you. A torment can also manifest in the form of Astalor's impatience, forcing you to make a kill within a specific time limit before Astalor simply extracts his payment from you. Prey targets are all different, and all deadly. Magister Sunbreaker, a disgraced blood elf whose reckless magic is a threat to Silvermoon and everyone near it. High Vindicator Varim, a zealot who believes the void can only be defeated by covering the entire world in holy flame, and is ready to put that belief to the test. Executor Canius, a sadistic dominar whose primary hobby is murdering anyone foolish enough to challenge his martial prowess. Prey is a way to add excitement, unpredictability, and challenge to your journey through Midnight. But be warned, there's a reason Astalor isn't chasing these targets himself. For
Speaking
those
of
who
home.
tread the worn paths and soaring skyways of Azeroth, it is more than a world, more than story, character, or conflict. Azeroth is, and always will be, home.
This is gonna be so awesome. Oh my
Housing
god.
in Midnight is dedicated to that ineffable feeling of being part of something bigger, of something greater, of living a real life as a true part of a real world. Housing in WoW is built to give you boundless self-expression in the place you call yours. Collect hundreds of decorations and dive deep on customization. Place,
Yep, can't
rotate, scale, and move items to your heart's content. This is more than changing a coat of paint or choosing a different picture frame. It's a sandbox for your imagination. World of Warcraft has over 2 decades of content, and the time you've spent in Azeroth over the years
Oh yeah,
will
don't worry about
yield a
that.
bounty of
Spend all kinds
housing
of time.
rewards. Milestones like completing your Legion Order Hall campaign or finishing completionist achievements like Back to the Beyond will award housing items post facto. You'll also earn decor through dungeons and raids, reputation vendors, achievements,
Wow.
quest lines, housing endeavors, the auction house, holidays and live events, and crafting. All professions from all expansions can craft
It's gonna be
decor.
wild.
Search the world for lumber, a new gathering resource,
Yes.
and use it to craft decorations that can be bought and sold on the auction
We're
house.
gonna have a whole stream of chopping trees down.
Many housing-specific items can be dyed, giving you greater control of the finer details of decorating. Imagine your dream home. Collect and craft the decor to bring it to reality. Then tweak it until it is just right. Floor plans are flexible. You can rotate and stack rooms to create multi-floor structures. A variety of room types and shapes are available,
Oh, they're doing a
including
great job
normal
already
squares
with
and
this.
rectangles, L and T hallways, as well as some more fantastical configurations. Advanced mode takes the toolset even further, allowing you to adjust each piece of decor exactly as you want. Rotate, float, scale, and more to make your home a perfect
Wow,
reflection
how
of your
cool
taste.
is that?
And that's just the inside. The outside of your house is also customizable. Place your home how you want it on your plot. Add fountains, statues, planters, and more. Change out your windows. Pick the perfect chimney. Add a tower, and decide on the door of your dreams. Exterior plots also have the same advanced mode as interiors for even more modification. At Midnight's official launch, you'll have a choice between exterior themes based on orcs, humans, blood elves, and night elves. These aren't just skins, they're full architectural styles with unique customization options. Orc homes feature hide rooftops, bonfires, and rugged surfaces. Human homes are rustic, with sturdy stone walls, warm wooden floors, and colorful banners. Level up your house to unlock more flexibility. New rooms
Wow.
and floors, bigger house sizes, increases in the number of spots for decor, and more. Every house is in a shared zone known as a neighborhood, where you and others can show off your homes, build community, and participate in rolling challenges to earn housing rewards. Neighborhoods feature a wide variety of biomes, from spooky forests and coastal plains in Founder's Point to lush oases and windswept bluffs in Razorwind Shores.
Wow.
All contain different kinds of plots.
I can't even decide where I want to
Some are
live.
secluded and quiet, while others are clustered for the socially vibrant. Your neighborhood is faction-coded in its aesthetics, but not faction-exclusive in its residency. You have the choice between 2 types of neighborhood. Private neighborhoods where guilds or groups of friends can form their own space. Public neighborhoods where you'll find a home among friends you haven't met yet. Private neighborhoods come in 2 varieties. Guild neighborhoods, which scale to fit your guild roster, and charter neighborhoods, which are kept at 50 homes and are perfect for tight-knit
Wow, guild
communities.
That's cool.
Endeavors are monthly neighborhood-wide activities that bring everyone together to complete tasks, unlock themed decorations, and contribute to helping your neighborhood evolve. Participate in endeavors to earn house XP and community coupons that give you access to exclusive
cool.
decor. Above all, housing is designed to help you find your perfect space and transform it to your own fantasy haven. To create your own home, sweet home.
Wow, I love that.
And there you have it. Thank you so much on behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team for joining us for this overview of Midnight. And if after what you just saw you can't wait to get your hands on housing, don't worry, because it's coming your way if you have Midnight in early December of this year.
Yeah.
Thank
Early
you again,
December?
and we'll see you in Azeroth.
Whoa. Exile Retreat update? That'd be cool. This is the new place where people level up. Lore walking updates. Gotta love that. Yeah, I like the situational outfitting swap. That's gonna be cool. Apex talents. Interesting. They're fixing skywriting already? Cool.
Friends, we hope you've enjoyed this deeper look at Midnight. But as you can see, this fight is far from over. The drums of war thunder once again, and Azeroth needs her champions, now more than ever.
You know, what they're not talking about is beta comes up soon, I think. They're going to be doing the beta soon. All right, well, that was cool. I'm really glad that we actually watched that together. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I know that they're going to be doing a Q&A, but I'm not going to record that just because it doesn't really... I mean, while it would be nice to have some questions answered, I'm not really too worried about what they're gonna ask or anything like that. There's nothing out of the ordinary that, oh my god, I just gotta know. Whatever. Anyway, I thought it was really cool. I really enjoyed getting to know that information. We have lots of notes here on what we're gonna be able to do. We have the Silver Moon Showcase. We've got Eversong Woods, Zolomon, just based off of some of the zones that we have. Wow, I can't say that. The cantina, like the bar thing. Bar cantina, I think is how they say it. Anyway, that's going to be really cool. I think it's going to be a neat little hub that you can go to get secondary information, secondary questing as well, and being able to meet up with some people. And so, from what I'm understanding, it looks like there's going to be a lot of pocket dimensions and things like that that's going to be spread out all around. I guess it's part of the void. So there really could be a big change come to Azeroth after all this happens. So it'll be very interesting. I think the last little bit of what we got is probably what we're going to be making a lot of stuff about. So just for the cozy, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that we can kind of talk about. In the Naramir, or the Haranir, I think is how you say that. The new elf creatures. It's going to be pretty cool too. Makes me consider dabbling in WoW. I think, I'm going to tell you right now that I really, really, really think that the cozy vibe is going to open up so many people to playing the game. Because, at the end of the day, when you look at it, what does that remind you of? It reminds, personally, in my opinion, it reminds me of Palia. I just think that they're going to be dropping little bits of Palia into World of Warcraft in the next couple of years, foreseeably the future, I guess. And you know, we have one more expansion after this as well. So probably in 2 more years, we'll have an expansion upon it, or maybe even a year. We'll have another expansion upon what they've built on even then. So from what I can see, and I haven't touched it at all, but what I can see so far, it looks like they've done a really great job. They've used the right type of inspiration to be able to make this game into something that a lot of people are going to be able to really, really enjoy, even the ones who haven't played before. And for us, for the people who've played for 20 plus years, being able to go back to some of the older places and get that table that you looked at, like, man, you know, I just wish I had that table in real life. And things like that. And, you know, K Scott, I have been really strongly considering making videos for the noobs, just a series of videos of what to do when you're starting in World of Warcraft, you know, and just do maybe shorts or something like that. It's definitely something that I've considered. I'll definitely be making a lot of cozy videos. I mean, we're probably going to have a 4, 6, 8-hour session in organization and all the things for sure. Just because of how much is going to be there and how much we're going to be able to do, especially based off of how many alts I have as well. And I really hope that there's some really cool storage. Like, I'm starting to save the brews of the month that I'm getting. I'm going to see if there's a place that you can put all that stuff, like if I could have a shelf or maybe even like a winery or something. I don't know. It's going to be really cool. I got to watch, though. I haven't made any yet, but that is definitely something that I am considering, especially because I feel as though, like I said, this cozy vibe, the coziness of everything is definitely going to be bringing a lot of new people into the game. So, yeah, it's definitely something to consider for sure. We need beginner's guide to simplify the overwhelming game that is WoW. Exactly. Well, I will work on that and try to see what we can come up with. But that's really all we had in terms of what was going on in the server, with the game right now. And I know that it kind of sucks that when I was streaming on Twitch, I streamed for a lot longer, and I understand that, we've been streaming a little bit shorter amount of times, but it's just because I've got so much I'm doing so many other things right now that I don't seem to, I'm still trying to figure out how it all works together, so my apologies with that, but let me just tell you that as soon as this stuff starts coming out, like early December, I'm already pre-enrolled in getting the cozy update early. So in early December, we should be able to make quite a few videos on it and start really dabbling in the creative process. So at that point, we're really going to be spending a lot of time together and playing, making videos and things like that as well, and all the discoveries. We'll be doing all that together for sure. Can't even understand half the videos that are out there because there's so much lingo people have played it forever can understand, but some people like me can't understand what they're talking about. Yeah, that is definitely a problem, and oversimplifying it seems a little scary just because the trend doesn't really support that, which is not great for people who want to come into WoW. So yeah, that's definitely an angle that I have considered, and we'll definitely need to play around with that for sure. Because I would love to make it to where people would feel a little more comfortable with playing in the game. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in here. Noob. And I'll play around with an idea and see if we can't get some stuff going on. I can't wait to watch the actual video when you get home. Well, that's perfect. Yeah, I will. Hopefully, by the time you get home, I'll have mine all set up. But no, I would definitely watch the World of Warcraft one because they're gonna have all the information, and I probably will on my own watch the question and answer and kind of just see what was going on with that. And if anything is important that I think people need to see, then yeah, I'll make sure to make a video or something on that as well. Sounds super exciting. Yeah, so we're gonna be making lots of stuff about the cozy vibe. I mean, so far, cozy looked great. The customization looked good. They didn't talk a lot about anything that you could do outside, but I'm assuming that later on we're gonna get more details on that. Preferably being able to plant crops, grow certain things. Just for cooking in general, being able to grow your own mushrooms would be fantastic. Not gonna lie. You know, then that would be really cool, being able to grow your own, you know, tomatoes and cooking things. That would be really great. I would love that a lot. You'd be able to save yourself a little bit of money, as well as having to go to a main town to be able to get all that. Neighborhoods, I think is going to be pretty cool. They even have endeavors as well, so quests and interactions to be able to just stay within your little community, which I think is really great. That's going to really support a lot of people playing WoW, I think. The ability to not have to defer from being in your cozy area, so it'll just be officially a cozy game for these people, for myself included. And I'm very excited about that. But I'm starting to think again how incredibly overwhelming. I just look at my bank for the first time yesterday and I said, nope, can't deal with this. I know, the banks are very, very overwhelming. And recently, Tiefling, I don't know what happened. I guess in one of the updates, so they had a reagent bank at one point in time, and then they got rid of it. And so now all my reagents are all scattered around in my bank on my main also. And my bank is a chaotic mess, and I really hope that Cozy, and this is kind of the big thing for me, I really hope that the Cozy update supports the ability to put things in your house that you would otherwise put in the bank, like your armor, tabards, just random shit, you know? I mean, old gear that you don't want to get rid of. And I really hope that is it's an extension of that, rather than it just being, okay, well, now you have another place to be able to go to your bank, you know? Because that's not going to help anything. Yeah, having a bank slot or a bank being able to look at your bank at your house would be cool. But I want a place to be able to store everything and organize it. So I'm hoping that that's going to be kind of the direction that they go in. We'll have to see. But that's my hope and my dreams with it. If there is a stay at the house and gather cook supplies farm position, let me know. Yeah, support the hoarders, exactly. I'm not sure, Katie. There could be a possibility. It looked like there were multiple people in one house organizing and setting it up. So there could be a possibility for something like that later on. Irene, how you doing? Welcome on in. I hope you're well. So many banks across too many alts. Same here. Same here. Now, the war bank is pretty great. You know, the slots that I have for it, though, are getting up to 100,000 for each one, which makes it a little bit difficult. I'm trying to buy my transmog yak right now, and I think they're 120,000 or something like that. I'm getting pretty close. After that, though, I'll probably buy all the other war bank slots and then go from there. But yeah, that's the plan. And my bank can start over. Don't do it, Tiefling. You're probably going to be really glad that you have a lot of that in there once Cozy happens, because I really feel like if they do, I don't see... I mean, it's just, like I said, it's an extension of being able to have another place to be able to put things. So I would assume that, with that being said, you're going to be given the ability to make armor racks and weapon racks and just make things into... I mean, like... I don't know, 8 months ago, they told us not to throw away any of our books because you will be happy that you didn't. And then later on, we found out that you're going to be able to put books individually, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is right. And I don't want to false information or anything like that, but I believe that they said that you will be able to put individual books in the bookcases. Or maybe I pretended to hear that and just wanted it. But anyway, I think it's going to be really cool. But I don't recommend throwing away all your stuff, Tiefling. You will regret it. But I think what that'll do for us is we'll go ahead and close down the stream here. and then we will keep on going. I'm going to make some videos on my end and work on some other things. I also have to get the grass mowed, but thankfully it's the last time we have to do that. So hopefully in a couple of days we'll have all that done. As for us here on the with Cricket streams and all of that, we're going to be back on Sunday morning. So we'll be back Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. For those of you who are in the Cricket Cabana, this Saturday night, we're going to be watching Halloween Town over in the Discord. So if you'd like to be a part of that, please join our Discord or click on the Cricket Cabana Club Patreon. If you'd like to click, if you click on that, that'll bring you information into our Patreon about how to get involved, and then we'll go from there. But we appreciate you all being here, hanging out, and of course, watching all of the videos that we've been making as well. Before we go, I will also share the playlist that I recommend you all watching if you can. If you just have nothing to do later on today and you would like to support our channel and our goals, please watch the playlist that I have linked below. That is our longest, those are our longest streams, our longest videos, and watching those helps us get to our end goal, which is monetization. We're almost to the first leg of that. We only need 1,000 more hours. So if, like I said, you don't have anything going on, you got a tab open and want to watch something, then you can watch that, and hopefully that will definitely help me out a lot, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Yeah, so we'll be watching our movies over in the Cabana Movie Hall, which is a part of our Cricket Club, and I believe, K. Scott, you are a part of that. I know that you joined. You might not have gotten into the Patreon just yet. Just have it running on my PC when you're working. Oh, Tiefling, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that, and it really does help a lot. It may not feel like it does a lot, but it does. I am, but I don't know how to get the thing. You don't know how to get the thing. So yeah, what you'll have to do is you'll have to go over to Patreon on your computer, and you have to go into the settings and allow Discord to talk to Patreon, and then it'll automatically send you an invite to our Cricket Club, and then that should be able to get you into the Cricket Cabana Club, and also being able to watch movies with us too. I have the videos on my tablet. I'm going to the background at work, going to thumbs up, and comment on them all too. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's it for us here today. Like I said, I hope we'll see you all here on Sunday. Kate Scott, if you do need any help, though, feel free to reach out to me on Discord or anything like that, and I would be happy to walk you through any step that you need, and we'll be able to get you all set up and ready to go with that. Yeah, everybody have a great day. Thanks again for hanging out, being a part of the stream, and chilling with us. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you on Sunday. No worries, Tiefling. You have a great night, or a great day, as well as